Today on the podcast, we're talking clowns, drag queens, and balloons. This is the Kansas City Podcast. Welcome to the Kansas City Podcast. My name is Cole Limberg. I'm your host with the most possibly lactose. No? Okay. All right. Many of you know me as the guy who got the bump to 280 characters on Twitter. And if not, it's nice to meet you. You know, I travel a lot on this show. I get to go around to a lot of cool places. I am in a hell of a place right now. I am kind of like blown away. It's hard for me to describe what's going on right now, but I'm at the Arts Asylum, 1000 East 9th Street, and I am in a small little room. It is dark, it is scary, and I am surrounded by latex. Would you both agree with that?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of latex.
A lot of latex.
I'm in like, would you call this like the balloon room? Like what the balloon room? The boom room?
Ooh, I like that.
You like
good.
that? I'm surrounded by balloons here at the Arts Asylum, and I have two guests with me today. Two very special guests. They are would you say co-owners of Pop Culture Sculptures, which is a hell of a name.
Nice.
Oh, I got the tagline here. Blowing minds and blowing balloons. Or do you want me to say the other tagline?
Well, you can. It's not the official tagline. It's not the official.
I'll let you say it. And then, I'm here with Peyton Westfall and his partner, Darren Huffman of Pop Culture Sculptures. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. All right, guys. So I don't even know where to begin. Can we start with Pop Culture Sculptures? Sure. So I'm surrounded, I'm in this room, there's all these shelves, and there's all these little, like, plastic totes full of balloons. And you guys do big, gigantic balloon displays, like balloon animals. I remember when I was a kid and I had, like, the little, like, pump balloon thing, and I'd make a doggy. Yeah. But you guys take it to the next level.
We still do that stuff, too, because there's still a lot of little kids and moms and dads who like having that at their parties, and we love entertaining little kids. But yeah, we take it up a notch. It's really fun to build some of the big stuff and make the adults go wow. And
can you give me examples of like the big stuff that you're talking about?
Well, we just did Camp Bow Wow. We'd made them a giant distortion dog that looked like their company logo.
Nobody knows what distortion is. That's where you stuff other balloons inside of another one and make it like it's like a skin stretched over it.
Like super 3D.
Yeah, it's kind of a new thing that we've been learning. So.
Okay, but like you create the archways and you create like the
arches and columns and helium deliveries. We do all the. We've decorated the stage at Pride and Missy B's. We've done lots of weddings. We've been everywhere.
Yeah, sometimes we forget. We'll have to see pictures and they pop up, and then we're like, "Oh my gosh, we forgot about that."
We forgot about
that's
that
our
one.
Balloons.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
So, what's been the craziest like balloon request or balloon sculpture thing that you've had to do so far?
Usually for ourselves. It's not usually for a client. Usually we push ourselves to the let's try this. And then we're like, what the hell did we get ourselves into here?
What have we done?
Right. What did we do? Right. It's usually costumes and things like that we're like, oh, we've got 24 hours. We can totally make a costume and a dress in 24 hours. No big deal.
Out of balloons.
Yeah, no big deal. And then you get like 5 hours into the project and your hands are already starting to hurt and you're hungry and you're like, oh, we've got 4 hours to finish this now.
No.
But it always turns out good. We work best under pressure, we feel, so.
Yeah, that's when all the really crazy stuff comes out, because it's just like sometimes things come out that are accidental and they work so well that it was just like, whoa, I can't even believe that happened to work like that. So.
Yes. So how did you get started with this?
When I was younger, social life as a teenager. You knew me as a teenager,
I did
strangely
know you as
enough.
A teenager
right.
a little bit.
Yeah, no social life as a teenager. I couldn't bribe the cool kids, let me come to their parties, and now people pay me to go to their parties, so it's kind of cool. But I just learned some magic when I was 13 or 14, learned some juggling. Then when I was 16, I could take myself to the magic and juggling store, and I seen the balloon kit, and I thought, why not learn balloon poodles instead?
See, that's what I did, like, because I had the little balloon, like, the little pump thing, and, like, just the real long, skinny balloons, and I could make a sword. I can make
fluorescent light bulbs, probably. Those are easy.
Light bulb, that was easy. A dog.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, you like did the thing where like you had the dog's tail and then you like squeezed the balloon and then it turned into a poodle because like the little ball on the end
good
of the,
job. That's
See?
advanced. That's,
Oh, is that advanced balloon making?
Well, that's like, intermediate. But now that I know everything that I know from these World Balloon Convention people, I'm like, oh, well, that's intermediate. Yeah, that is intermediate.
Well, you mentioned World Balloon Convention because you guys were telling me about this earlier, that there's like a crazy, I mean, when you say World Balloon Convention, I immediately think, oh, there's a crazy balloon convention going on, but you guys are like super involved in it right now. Can you break this down for me?
Qualitex is the #1 balloon maker and distributor of the world.
Qualitex.
And their headquarters.
Scary.
Right. Their headquarters actually down in Wichita, Kansas. Strangely enough, so
they supply balloons to the entire world.
Wow.
And every 2 years they put on this big convention to have all the experts from all over the world, every country, 60 countries worth of people, different languages, come to show off their skills. They compete in dressmaking and large sculpture competitions. And the dogs and swords you were talking about, they have a 3-minute competition where they go, who can make the coolest thing in 3 minutes? Or who can make the coolest thing in 12 hours? It's all those different. And then classes, the world-renowned instructors. We've been selected because we've kind of been performing and doing some kooky stuff around Kansas City for a decade. We'll talk about that in a minute, maybe.
They wanted this event to be way more entertaining, so they decided to supply a contest to see who would become the host or the entertainment. And we submitted a video and were chosen.
Right. So we're like, all right, well, we get to bring back the clown character I've been doing for a while and bring back the drag character that he's been doing, wearing balloon dresses. But yeah, so we've been selected as we're the host and MCs and special featured act of the welcoming act of the World Balloon Convention.
They see us first before anything else even happens.
So there'll be 1,000 people from all over the world, from different countries, the best of the best balloon people. And no pressure. Right.
So you are basically setting the tone for the entire convention.
Yes.
So are you going to do like some big crazy special balloon, like one of a kind type deal?
Oh yeah, we're going to make some custom outfits. The cool thing is though, like there's a guy who's going to be doing the stage design, and he's the guy who does all the balloons for Disney World, for instance.
Wow.
The people that are doing the sound and lighting for this event for us, they're like, what kind of sound and lights do you guys need? They're the ones who do it for the Super Bowl. So it's a spare no expense type event. So they said, what kind of an act do you guys want to do? And we're like, well, we want this, and we want a surfboard, and we need black lights.
By the way,
and they're
it's
like,
in San Diego, so that's why this is going to be completely beach themed.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It's sunny San Diego.
They've given you like a big budget. So this is like a big production budget you're dealing with.
Right,
we actually get to do whatever we want.
Confetti?
Right.
Balloon drop?
Anything.
Right. Oh, there's a balloon drop. There's balloon releases. There's...
So I'm thinking of...
And not to mention that the stage is going to be decorated with probably about 1 million balloons. The stage is going to be about a 30-foot tall sun and about 60 feet wide, with all of the rays of the sun spanning out over the audience members.
I've got a pitch for you here. Okay, big grand finale. You create a costume that is not balloon related at all. It's just nothing but tiny push pins, and you run into the wall, and the whole thing
like
just
a Velcro pop.
Yes,
oh my gosh!
And it just pops everywhere,
like a Tom Green type experience.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Just kind of like, you know what, folks? Thanks for so much for seeing our show, and now it's all coming down.
That's a good idea. We'll have to run that by the ones in charge.
No, you don't have to. Just tell me it's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of pins, last night I decided to pin something onto underneath my dress, and it started popping on stage for the first time. So
learn that.
So we learned that lesson really fast. So
really?
I ended up smiling and running off the stage.
You were getting exposed like immediately.
But you know what? I just made fun of it. There's no reason to get upset over some balloons popping, and everyone was laughing. So
well, see, I feel like we're not doing this justice because you're talking about like an entire costume just balloons.
Right.
Like there's not like, you know, you maybe have like a tank top and some underwear underneath or something, or is it even
you
that?
wear like a unitard or something underneath, right?
Well, and it depends. Not every outfit we do and look is completely head to toe in balloons. Now we have done that, but last night it was more of a just fun little like
regular clothes with a skirt on top of it and some balloon accessories.
So when
in
we
your hair.
when we found out we were doing this show last night, we had to do a quick version, but it's still effective and it's still fun to look at.
Okay, so you're talking about shows. So why don't we pivot a little, like all great politicians? Let's pivot. And we've talked about World Balloon Convention. So tell me about the shows that you guys are doing, because you mentioned your clown character and your drag character. What's your drag name?
I am Kissy Lee.
And Astro the Clown, right.
Wait, oh, Kissy Lee?
Yes.
How did you come up with that name?
Well, we had to pick a name because I work at like Missy B's as like bar staff. So every year we do this event on Thanksgiving that is for the Angel Tree Foundation, and it swaps the regular drag queens with the bar staff, and they have to make us all up. So I was like, okay, well, I have to come up with this stupid name.
Sure, why not?
And so that's just where it came from.
We like video game, like Chun-Li.
Yeah, it's very video game inspired. My outfits.
So it's not like one of those like name generators online, like, hey, here's your porn name, it's your dog in your street, you know?
No.
I think it came from James Bond. There was like this character named Kissy Suzuki.
Kissy Suzuki, I'm a big
Kissy.
James Bond fan.
So I was like, and everyone thinks I'm Asian, so I was just like, it was an Asian
he gets
Bond
it all the time for some reason.
The last thing was
and people are so serious too whenever they.
So, and then I just took Chun-Li's last name, or if that is her last name, I'm not for sure.
Who knows?
So.
Okay, so you're doing these shows. Tell me about this.
So, I met. Well,
is that a broad enough question? Where you tell me about your shows?
Tell me about that. Well, that got started. Like, so I, learned the juggling and the magic and the balloons back when I was like 15, 16, 17, doing some of that stuff. Met an agent who started booking me for this real like birthday party type stuff. Well, doing all that stuff, I also knew a friend that was starting up a drag shows, Spencer Brown Daisy Bouquet, big around town here, and he started this crazy Twilight Madness show over at Sidekicks. It's this drag show, but more than drag, it was more about the theater, Broadway, vaudevillian, gong show type acts.
Bring back the creativity.
So there was these 4 girls, and then there was like the clown that came in to be like the special featured act, but it was kind of like that Carol Burnett, like, I was, if they needed an extra on stage for them to have to, Goodbye Earl and have a dead body in a tarp, that was after the clown, because my big clown shoe sticking out of it. They would just use me as the but I would start doing
both
numbers,
an act and a prop,
and I would make balloon props, and then slowly but surely I was like, well, I can't do it. I don't want to dress and drag, but I'm a clown, so I can do balloons and magic and juggling or unicycle on stage. So I just started developing these weird variety lip sync for your life, that's the famous thing now. So I was doing that, but to boy songs, and it was such a stark contrast between like drag queen, drag queen, drag queen, drag queen, clown, drag queen, drag queen, drag queen, drag queen, clown. So then that started, and I've been doing that for about 10 years, and then he started, I kind of just had to start giving that up so I could do this business more.
Yeah.
And then his drag character started being a thing every Thanksgiving, and then now that we're trying to blend them together and make it all out.
So it's actually working really fun.
Yeah.
So it's like the show with both of you. It's clown and drag.
Right. Astro and Kissy Lee, the squeaky queen is what we've been trying to say.
Squeaky queen.
So you at the last minute, you had a show last night you had to do.
Yeah.
Where at?
Missy B's.
So at Missy B's. So I mean, are you getting quite the following?
We're starting to. Yeah, we try
because
to
describe like your show. So like you said, so like it starts out with you juggling, and then do you come out and do a lip sync performance? Like what's going? Like is
we try to blend like old and new songs to try to show like that it's most of the music we have nowadays came from somewhere else in the past.
Right.
And so like for instance, we made like a popcorn dress where his corset looked like the red and white stripes of the popcorn bags.
Right.
And then we made a balloon wig and a skirt that all was balloon big kernels of popcorn. And then we came out and there's like an old song from the Supremes, Buttered Popcorn, and so we take a look and then we find songs that help kind of tell a story. We used to call them fairly airy tales. We're trying to think about bringing that back, and actually now that we're here at the Arts Asylum with the big theater, we're like we need to like book a show and like tell a whole hour and a half story with balloons and a big fairly. I mean, you'd come to that, right?
Oh,
I think
absolutely,
that's cool,
absolutely.
Right?
It's all about just coming up with a fun theme, and sometimes we come up with the outfit idea and find songs to go with it, and then it can be the other way around too. It all finds a place somewhere.
Or sometimes we go, oh, here's a special effect that we want to do with balloons. Let's figure out a way to present that. And it's almost like we try to do music videos but live action.
Yes.
I like it. Okay,
Kinda.
so now I have a quick question because my wife loves drag queens. She loves RuPaul. What is the go-to lip sync for your life song? What is your go-to song? What's your go-to
Kissy
song?
Lee?
Kissy Lee, what's your go-to song?
I like Cartoon Heroes by Aqua. I can.
We are
so good at it.
The balloon outfits go great with Aqua songs. So
I like it. Just looks so funny.
we've
to see
gone
that
out and
boy.
done Cartoon Heroes, and then the host of the shows will be like, "Yeah, you got to give us Barbie Girl too. Go ahead and keep playing."
You gotta play
So
Barbie
it's,
Girl.
Yeah.
it's a lot of Aqua songs, but you know what? Anytime I can make people listen to that stuff,
If
I'm
we can
going
shove
to.
Aqua down somebody's throats, we're gonna do
It
it.
just looks and sounds funny coming from a balloon drag queen.
So then, like, I imagine that, because I'm trying to envision this in my mind, that you're lip syncing, you're wearing a dress made entirely of balloons and stuff. Like, what's in your mind, like, what's the pinnacle, like the peak where you were like, oh, this is it. This is like the dress, the song, this is all like coming together. This is, in your mind, like, do you have that moment where you're like, oh, this is
Yes.
clicking? Like, what happened?
I did since we perform at Miss TV's, we have access to lots of different lighting and cameras and stuff. So I did Nicki Minaj's "Turn Me On," and it was a full-on dress that I did Barbie Girl on before, but then it switched, and then when she says "Turn Me On," the entire thing started glowing in the dark. Like it was.
We had the
crazy
black
looking.
lights kick on, all the lights went off, and so the dress, it almost, even though there wasn't a costume change, the neon balloons brought out a different aspect of it. And whenever we
crazy.
when we heard the drag queens, who usually never gave us any credit ever, she goes, "Okay, bitch." Like, so we were like, okay, then I
Yes,
guess we
queen.
did what we were supposed to do. We
did
did what we were
something
supposed
right. So, but and then you were telling me when I first came here, you said that drag queens and stuff make fun of you all night. Wait, was that
Well,
what you?
There's a lot of. We're all friends. That's what's really cool about the Kansas City scene. Is like everyone, they throw shade, but it's because we all love each
Well,
other.
Oh, that there's that
course.
word, that shade. I learned this
Yeah.
word
Right,
from
right,
RuPaul.
right.
Yes, but it's because we all like, and I'm new, but I've been friends with these same people for a long time, so I've been.
They've known
accepted.
Astra the Clown for about 10
Yes.
years. And so luckily Kissy Lee's had it, I shouldn't say easy, but because she was Astro's husband, or Astro's
before.
wife, I guess, like on stage
Okay,
wife.
right.
I've got a little more clout for people to go, okay, I guess we can't be too mean to Kissy Lee, you know?
But be careful, because if you try to throw me under the bus, I will come right back.
You're gonna.
She's
throw
got
some shade.
airbags on her. It's
Yeah,
not going to work to
yeah.
throw in front of a bus.
Yeah,
She's
you're-
literally covered in balloons.
You're gonna read them, right? That's
I like to say I can read people. I
You're
try
not
my
very
best.
good
at it.
I'm too nice.
He is too nice.
I'm learning. I learned all these terms from RuPaul's Drag Race. But you guys told me today that you don't watch
We
RuPaul's
don't
Drag
keep
Race.
up with
we
it.
learn it from
no.
everyone else.
We just have enough friends that know it
They
and
keep You're
us.
too busy tying balloons.
Right,
Yes.
right. And this sounds off. I mean, we watch TV sometimes late at night, but with reality TV shows and somebody else's drama, I got enough of my own drama. I don't need somebody else's. If I'm learning something educational, I'll watch that.
Right.
But I got enough of my own creativity and enough of my own drama that I don't
Right.
need to watch somebody else's.
Now we will watch creative stuff. Like we really like Face Off. It's like
Oh, yeah.
because it's not feature. It doesn't surround itself around the drama. It's all
Face
about
Off is the makeup.
The special
Yes.
effects makeup.
The special
and
effects
stuff.
makeup.
Right.
Yes, and it's all about the creativity behind it. And even when you see those contestants, they all help each other in little ways. And I like to say that that's kind of how the scene is around here. Everyone really tries to dip in and help you. Hey, you're struggling.
I
Let's
see
help
the
each
look you're
other.
going for, so let's help you get closer to that direction you're going for.
And there's not now there is some drama, of course. There's always, but it's mostly all about like a community.
Yes.
So it's really cool.
So yeah, but what's funny is, so we've got the drag world kind of keeping an eye on us here in Kansas City, but now that we've got the World Balloon Convention thing, we always used to hear from the drag queens in pageants that, like, oh, there's somebody from RuPaul in the audience tonight. We all have to paint for the gods. Like, we all have to make ourselves.
Yes.
So not only do we have to start painting for the gods because all of the drag queens are watching us, we have to twist for the gods because
So
all
we
the
have a
balloon
double
gods are
standard.
watching us in our industry
So you
too.
got, like,
so this
double-
World Balloon Convention thing, it's like, okay, we have to try to nail this in both of these categories that are very up and coming. Kind of being a drag queen nowadays is kind of because of RuPaul's Drag Race and things like that.
Yeah.
It's just it's a huge
Well, yeah, it's a
up
big
and coming
deal.
cool now.
I
And
mean,
then-
they go on these big tours and everything.
Right.
I mean, it's
and same thing for the balloon art now. I mean, you don't see a commercial for Cars or Katy Perry or Miley Cyrus do a concert without balloons anymore. I mean, balloons are
Yeah.
a big deal as well.
balloons are like it's crazy. That's because I know of how can I put this? I know of balloons because it's kind of in my other life dealing with balloons and talking with people about balloons and selling balloons. So like, and I see some of these people that I've worked with in the past that are just going to these classes and learning more and more of just ways to tie balloons together and create these elaborate sculptures, and it's just getting crazier and crazier and crazier.
Right. Some people can make things that look like a real human,
right,
and it's really starting to freak.
If anybody listening, you should go on and just Google like World Balloon Convention competition pieces or something, and you really will see some things that'll blow your mind. You won't even that'll look like you're looking at non-balloon
and this
stuff.
year, what's special about the San Diego one is Disney has actually allowed
all their trademarks to
all
be
the
used.
trademarks.
So we,
Oh wow!
because
So
before
we
you couldn't
wouldn't have
make a
that.
competition piece that was Marvel
But
or
now
Star
you're
Wars.
gonna be able to Mickey Mouse.
So
Yeah.
this year they can do all. Yeah, right. Yeah.
we can use.
You
We can
used
use.
to, now you just did that. It just brought back memories from us being a teenager and you being on Fool the Guest as Mickey
But we
Mouse.
can now use. We got really lucky because since they allowed that, we can use sound bites from the movies, and like
man.
so we can really go.
Our performances
crazy.
get to you like we've got some Little Mermaid stuff we're doing. Right.
Nice.
All sorts of
Look at
crazy
these
stuff.
things.
Yeah,
Look at this stuff, isn't it?
All right, all right, so you've got a lot going on. When is the WBC? Is it WBC?
Yeah, good job.
Okay, when's the WBC?
Which is kind of funny because there's around Kansas City, WC
It's
sometimes
something
means the Westboro Baptist Church. This WC
Yes.
is a
We're
much
like, oh, crap.
nicer, happier.
We promise we're not
WBC.
hashtagging the wrong thing.
Oh, no. Hashtag World Balloon, like you just got a WBC balloons?
Balloons, right.
Not WBC church?
right. So it's March 14th through 17th of next year, 2018. They only do it every 2 years, but they've already started the planning, of course.
Wow.
Now.
So, like, are you just in the beginning of stages of coming up with your show, or
We've
you got it
pretty
kind of
much-
outlined?
we've got it pretty
How much
much
time do you have
together.
to fill?
So we were supposed to, the audition that they put out was to either be the host
Okay.
of the night or be the special featured act of the night. They selected our team to be both of those things. So we're hosting and special featured act of that night. So we have to kind of plan, like, they're going to decorate this big gala space with all these crazy balloons, like I was saying,
Right.
to the world standards of what it means to decorate a space.
Insane.
And they're going to have everybody lined up outside, and they're going to open the doors kind of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory style, so everybody can go in and see all these amazing balloons, and they're all going to
Come
file
with
in.
me.
Right, so we're actually going to do that. We're
are
going to
having
we're going to
that.
do a little Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of a thing. I'm going to be, and then we're going to let everybody in the room, and then we got to keep them hyped up, and then it's us kind of introducing who all the delegates from around the world are, who all the instructors are, and a fun way to introduce, you're in San Diego and here's all the boring hotel stuff, but they're like, you guys are
And
fun,
keeping
so
them
you guys,
upbeat.
right, instead of this being like a normal boring convention and just hearing people up there like, and here's the exits, and here's how to do this, and they're like, you guys
And
have
now
a way.
we're going to talk about the new balloons.
Right, so they're
But-
like, you guys have a way of just doing this that's going to be different. And so the one that's not here with us today, we have another guy, Tim, on our team, and he's kind of our marketing guy, fresh out of college.
And he's an acrobat.
And he's an
really
acrobat.
cool.
And so everything, so when we submitted this.
There's a clown, a drag queen, and an acrobat.
Exactly. So that's why World Balloon Convention's like, we're sold. You're the act.
You hit
like,
all the different sides. You got the singing,
He's
you
a
got the
cheerleader,
balloons,
right.
you got the
got
magic,
everything.
you got
The
the
total
whole
package.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
And
like a triple threat.
Exactly. So when we were pitching the idea to them or in our little audition video, it was like, we've got a clown, we've got a drag queen, and we
have
can do
flips.
flips. Like, so every idea we come up with joke like, and we can do flips.
Right.
Well, we can't, but he can.
Speaking of when we wrote like the set list and stuff with all these like songs and stuff, the funny thing is we literally got married just this last March, and right when we got married, they put the promo out to do this. So we didn't even do a honeymoon. We were like, this is us. We can
Yeah.
do this. So
Yeah.
we started working on the like the same night that we got married.
Right.
And we were
Worked
like,
on an
we have
audition
to get
video.
this. And we literally put it all together, and we turned it in the last day before it was due.
The
because
last
we wanted to make
date,
sure
it was
perfect.
yeah, meet the deadline.
And we were so excited that we already had all these songs selected. And then when we went back for the meeting, they were all okayed. So it's like we already
We're already
knew
a step
exactly
ahead
what
of
we
So
wanted to
you
do.
put the video up, and the day of the deadline, then how long did you have to wait before you found out you were
About a
picked?
month.
About a month.
About a month?
Yeah.
And so did they call up and was like, "Hi, this is Bill from the WBC. Would you like to do everything?"
Right.
So we got the phone call and then an email as well. So we were introduced to everyone, and then they came and met us here, and then they saw our studio just like you are right now.
Yeah.
And they had fun with us, just talked and chit chatted, and made sure that they made the right selection, and it was all in the bag.
So yeah, they've
It's
been coming up
insane.
to meet us here, and there's guys from the Middle East and UK, and I mean they have a team of people that are working on this, and they've came to Kansas City to meet with us, and we've been down to Wichita to meet with them, and it's going to be an ongoing process all the way through March.
Wow. So when's your next big, like, you've got the songs approved, you're working on lighting and stuff now,
We're
like,
working
when's
on
your
lighting
next,
and-
like, what's your next big, like, thing that you have to, like, get squared away?
They haven't given us our next deadline yet, but we're currently just trying to stay a step ahead. We're working on our costuming because we're trying to think of things that we can build that aren't inflated on the day of. There's a lot of looks that we can do that are
Like
deflated balloons.
I have a dress that's completely made out of deflated balloons that I've had for years.
That way we
So-
can make these things months in advance and already just dress rehearse
You know
them
what?
and everything.
I was just thinking, okay, so hold on, you just blew my mind for a minute, because you're going to have to go to San Diego.
and make everything on the
And
spot.
make everything on the
Everybody there
spot.
does. And not
Yeah.
just us. There's somebody
You're
decorating.
not, like, shipping balloons and boxes already
Qualitex
inflated.
is shipping 5 full tractor trailers full of stuff to San Diego
Right.
because they provide all the balloons. There's going to be 1,000 professional balloon artists in classes learning to build big sculptures, and all the balloons. They're decorating 4 different gala nights to the extreme.
You're literally
We're-
blowing my mind, because you're going to have to run this show, but you're going to have to get there so many days before to build all of your stuff.
Well, then after we're done performing Wednesday night, they pop it all so they can redecorate that stage for the beach party on Thursday night. But there's a whole team of world-renowned balloon artists who
do
somebody
this.
comes up with an idea.
oh my God.
And they go, okay, I've got a team of 10 volunteers now that are going to help me put this plan into action. And they do it. And literally, they will use probably about 5 million or more balloons for this whole endeavor. And the really cool thing is, like, the competition pieces at the end, they're so unique and cool. It's almost like a museum to get to walk through them.
Yeah.
But they don't last forever. So they usually open it up to the public to, like, pay $10 and, like, go to this once-in-a-lifetime cool museum of this balloon art. Where it's at on the pier of San Diego, they can't really have that much room for parking and extra stuff for.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have a bunch of, like, kids come in from, like, Big Brothers Big Sisters or, like, those types of cool organizations, and they're gonna have them come through and get to tour these one of a kind, cool, larger than life balloon sculptures. And they're thinking about having us and our characters come back on the closing day and be
And
the
lead
ones to,
them
like,
around.
lead them
Yes.
around and, like, introduce them as, like, the tour guides through this balloon museum kind of sort of.
Does it make you sad that it doesn't last?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
It pictures last
Yeah.
forever, and that's what we try to tell our clients. You're hiring us for you hire a florist for a wedding, and your flowers don't last forever. But if you have our flowers, they actually do last.
One of my
forever.
saddest things is I get more attached to them than you do,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, I don't want it to, like, get rid of it.
We've
'cause
got
we
a
have to
moped
pop
at
it.
Missy Beach right now. They were
Yeah.
getting ready to go up there and pop it today, and we're like, but it's so
it's so
cute.
cool.
Let's just leave it up here for a little while.
I had my popcorn wig because so we usually use something called organic, which is just putting a bunch of different sized balloons together all over the place.
No
just to
rhyme or
create this-
reason, but it gives
right,
it
but
that
it still has it
natural.
still like has organized chaos, if you will.
Right, right.
But for some reason, they just last a little bit longer. So I had my popcorn wig for like a couple weeks, and then I finally parted with it yesterday.
Actually, there's a piece above our door right
Yeah,
here from our
that's
wedding
from
that was
our
back in
wedding.
February.
And it's
Oh.
still, I mean, it got to go within the week, but
yeah, it's got to go. It's got to
yeah,
go.
it's not looking the prettiest now, but we still just hold on to it.
Well,
but-
you guys have blown my mind, because I wasn't thinking much about anything until I realized that you're going to have to go to San Diego and build everything, and now I'm like, holy shit. Like, I'm literally like in holy shit mode thinking, oh my God. This is like it's every competition challenge on every reality show ever, combined with just all these, like, do you get I'm sorry. Do you like get frustrated along the way? Like, have you been building something and then like it just starts popping everywhere? Like I can only. So you're going to be under the wire. You're going to be.
That's
putting
why we
got
to practice everything way ahead of a time. That way, when we're getting there, we're not experimenting anything on the spot. Anything that we're going to be building there, just like those competitors and their big pieces.
Yeah.
Those are things that they've gone. This is the thing I'm doing, so I'm gonna practice this 50 times. So I got it. I can do it like the back of my hand. If something pops, I know just how to fix it. Yeah,
like about a month ago.
That's part of the planning process, is knowing how to, if something goes wrong on this, is it a fixable thing, or is it going to just ruin the whole...
Well, and like we mentioned, there's several aspects of trying to figure out how we can make things that last a few more days than others, and we have these new things called deco bubbles that are like beach balls.
Right.
They last forever. So we actually have a beach look that we wanted to stuff a real beach ball inside of one of our balloons, and we figured it out.
Nice.
So that's a little precursor of a look that
hopefully we
can
make a beach ball.
And it did last for a while.
So that's our goal, is to figure out things that we can do that we don't have to build them on the spot right then and there. But there will be some things, of course. We've got a couple of shark costumes. I'm sure we're going to be building Katy Perry style.
We have some Jaws themes and stuff like that we want to throw in there. Baywatch.
Yeah, of course.
Stuff
Yes.
like
Got to be running down the beach.
Got to do a beach theme, right?
Yeah.
Very
Catch
nice.
the wave to success is
what
the
it is.
Well,
WBC.
I'm kind of blown away and in shock. We need to take a quick break. We'll be back here with just a moment here with Peyton and Darren. So while we're deep into this balloon talk, make sure you go check out popculturesculptures.com and take a look at all the crazy sculptures that Peyton and Darren have done. It is absolutely amazing. You can also check out on our website a link to theirs. If you'd like to see some of the photos and some of the things that we are talking about today, you will not be disappointed. And with that, back to the show. And welcome back to the Can't See Podcast. This is Cole Lindberg. I'm here with Peyton. Peyton, say hi.
Hi.
Darren, say
Hello.
hi. Peyton and Darren, we're here at their space inside the Arts Asylum.
The Arts Asylum.
Wait, tell me, we didn't even talk about the Arts Asylum.
It's pretty cool. We did kind of glance over that.
We did kind of glance over because I walked up and then I passed by like some weird creatures and like you were telling me that this place is just full of artists.
Right. So what's really cool is that about 5 years ago, almost to the day, this old church has been kind of re-renovated.
That's what I thought. From the outside, I was like, this looks like an old church.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay. All right.
So they, downtown Kansas City, and Kansas City loves the arts, and so they turned this building that, it was dilapidated and everything else. I've seen it go through some changes. They put all new electrical, LEDs, so it's all, as cheap as possible, and it's a safe place to create, they say. It's got all these... It's got a theater stage, and it's got dressing rooms, it's got conference rooms, it's got art labs, it's got all these studios, and some of them are apartments for artists to live in and do their art and collaborate together and have a space to do their art. And it's pretty crazy just to see, a stained glass maker and a miniature figure maker, and the scary props that are there in the hallway as we come up, and
right, like Halloween
costume
props,
makers, and
people sign their names on the walls, and and they have like pianos that you can sign.
We've got two resident theater companies here now. The Black Repertory Theater is now here. The Barn Players of Kansas City are now here. The Kansas City Charter School District, every Tuesday and Thursday they have kids that, for part of their classes, they get to come in here and
see
do
things.
art and be on stage and get to see what that
it gives them a chance to express themselves,
and to see that there's artists here that do that and live here and do their art for a living. So it kind of opens up some of the kids' eyes to that there's other possibilities, right?
It's fantastic. Okay, so now during the break and stuff, there were two things that came to my mind, and one of them isn't so much like. It's only based on everything that I've seen here today and what we've talked about. It is only a matter of time before there is a balloon competition reality show.
I hope so.
I guarantee that's going to happen. I don't know. Based on everything you've shown me today and everything that we've talked about, there's no reason. It is perfect for a reality show.
Because it's not just twisty animals.
No,
it's today we're going to compete against twisty animals, and today we're going to do balloon decor. Well, today we're going to do dresses, or today we're going to do...
We need to get on this now.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
we
do
need
it.
to start this.
Well, and we, our other guy Tim that is not with us
The
today,
acrobat.
the acrobat. We actually sat through one of the classes that actually had a competition that was like it's a national competition, but each district,
Local city,
each local city that is hosting this class, they have the competition within it, and what they do is they give you this giant box of balloons, this mystery box challenge, and you can have up to 2 people on the team. And me and Tim entered, and we won.
They say you got 30 minutes to make the coolest thing you can make out of these mystery balloons.
We had no clue what was in the box, and we just opened it up, and we had to come up with a theme, and then go from there, and we won.
So it's already happening. It's just the cameras aren't on yet.
Yeah.
We need the cameras on.
Right.
So, but
What'd you make?
It was actually, we opened it up, and there was a giant thumbs up emoji, and then a bunch of graduation looking balloons. So I was like, oh, we're doing a graduation theme,
Delivery,
and this is a delivery item for someone who just graduated. And we made this. It was funny because I told Tim, because he starts to like tinker around. I was like,
We only have 30 minutes.
You only have 30
Don't
minutes.
get
Do not
crazy.
start like twisting something crazy. And what did he do? He started twisting something crazy, but it actually sent us over the edge, and he did it right.
Very nice.
So, but it was
You
just
can't see Darren's death looks, but he gives really good death stares.
I do.
And Tim got one that
Tim
day.
got it. It's like, quit flipping around.
Right.
I was like, oh my
right.
God, what are you doing?
My other observation is, do your hands hurt?
Yeah, you probably see me putting some stuff on my hands. This actually wasn't from balloons last night, but I used fishing line a lot, and I made a mistake and cut my hand with some fishing line trying to pull it
but
down.
I'm talking about balloons. Like,
But yeah, my hands, you get calluses.
fatigued,
I mean, you're a guitar player, right?
Yeah.
You get calluses on the parts of your hands that you need them. But yeah, you got to worry about stretching your hands, and I know some people that do like yoga stretches for their hands, and I've got to start thinking about that. And there's been weekends like after I'm done where it's like, whew, I do not want to touch a balloon today, but yeah, it's still fun, and we still do. But that you just gotta lotion those hands up and band-aid them up and do what you love doing, right?
Yeah. Okay,
it's like whenever you're learning guitar, it's like, oh, my fingers hurt, but I'm so close to learning this song, you know?
Right. All right, and then one last observation, because we got to get to the KC quiz here in a moment. But Peyton, you as a clown, how do you feel about Pennywise? How do you feel about evil clowns?
You know, I actually had a little conversation about this the other day. I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all. I think if there's anybody who's complaining about that clowns are creepy, it's not really that. People go to see a movie because they know it's scary.
Right.
I've seen Children of the Corn. I'm not scared of little kids now for the rest of my life. Nobody's complaining about that.
Well, especially if they're standing in a field.
Right. I mean, that's the only reason I became a balloon artist, is so I could lie to young children. But I hate when people use movies as the reason why they're scared of something, because there's movies about leprechauns that are scary. We're not scared of St. Patrick's Day. There's movies about scary Santa Clauses. We're not scared of Santa. So what I think is funny is most of the people that are complaining about the clowning is being ruined by people like Pennywise, I am scared there's going to be a time of my life when Astro's not going to be a cute clown anymore. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm in my 30s right now. I've got a decent enough face where my wrinkles don't show through in makeup. It's these 70 and 80-year-old clowns who, bless their soul, they're doing it for Shriners, they're doing it for their community, they're doing it because they're trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Be a balloon guy without the makeup. It's the old guy sitting at the park telling the kid to come over to get the balloon, and he's sitting in a fold-out chair wearing a dirty clown costume.
I think that's probably creepier than Pennywise.
Yeah, people go to a movie to expect something scary. They don't go to their local carnival school thing and expect to see the 80-year-old man with wrinkly old clown makeup on their face.
And we have never ever gone out and performed and someone be freaked out.
I've had people say, "Oh, my friends are scared of clowns," and then they see me and they're like, "Oh, well, you're not scared. You're actually kind of cute."
You just last week made something that was similar to the Pennywise like triangle balloons, but it was done in a different way, and he like peeked out and we made fun of it.
Clowns can be cute. In fact, in the drag shows that I've done, Astro wears adult stuff, assless chaps, or he wears. I mean, Astro has skin that shows in his shows, so. I think
Astro's a very open clown.
Yes. I don't really do birthday parties as him anymore. Astro has evolved into an adults-only
he doesn't
thing,
belong
really.
in the kids' scene
Because
at
I
all.
have agreed with that Pennywise thing. I wouldn't want an adult man dressed as a clown coming to my private party. I would go somewhere in public to see that.
I just thought about you showing up to a kid's birthday party wearing assless chaps.
Yeah, that doesn't work so well, right?
No, not so much.
It's frowned upon.
All right, well, good. Thank you so much for putting that, because I'm sure that everyone, it's Pennywise, it's evil clown. So I'm glad to hear from an actual clown. and know your thoughts.
I think it's good that he's bringing attention to clowning. Really, really. I think that if...
I think we heard on the radio it's like all publicity is good publicity.
All publicity is good publicity, right? So if you're a good clown, this is good for... it's doing me good. If you're a bad clown, it's doing you not justice. But if you're a good clown, it's doing you some help.
Very nice. All right, guys. Are you ready for the Casey quiz?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. The Casey quiz. You guys know how this works. It's pretty easy. I'm going to ask you some questions, Casey related. I will award you points. Okay,
Ooh.
Points are on the line. 50 points max. You get to combine together. All right, so collectively. Sorry, you're not going against each other. That's just it's too hard for me to keep track.
He's so competitive.
I'm pretty competitive.
If you don't like a question, you can always say stupid question. Okay. And remember, folks, you can tweet us at Kansas City Pod if you'd like your question added to the Casey quiz. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Here we go. This one, I always start with this one. It's the easiest one. It gets you set up, ready to go. What is your favorite restaurant that is not barbecue?
Oh.
They both just look like, that's not an easy question.
Well, because it's barbecue, that's usually our favorite.
Well, we'll have the barbecue in a moment, but what's your other than
my favorite non-barbecue place that we go?
They really got to think about this
Yeah,
one.
I mean, we really don't go anywhere.
Okay,
actually, you know what? I do have to say, and I actually twisted this restaurant, so they're getting a free plug too. Los Cabos in Independence. I really do love their Mexican food. Their sour cream chicken enchiladas.
Yes, so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Los
that's
Cabos
good.
in
All
Independence.
right, okay, so then let's switch
go
around.
there.
Go for barbecue. What do you got? This is a very hot topic.
It
Okay,
is.
we're gonna have to go with we eat at Gates more than any of them.
Okay.
Because it's down the street from
But
us.
we really, really like Q39 as well. Like
Okay.
we at first when they first came in, we're like, who are these new
Who do you
guys?
think
Like,
you are?
we
Newbies.
love it. It's so good. Like it's yummy.
So you're going Q39.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
All right, there's going to be some people online that are going to say, what? What? All right.
I mean, this will be cause of the controversy. We had Arthur Bryant's for the first time the other day, and I think we might be the only Kansas City people who love barbecue and did not care for Arthur Bryant's.
Really?
Really?
not like it at
we
all.
need to have our temperature checked or something, because I don't know.
we were like, we really need to go try this. So didn't do it for us.
Very nice. All right, you get 4 points. Here you go. Your favorite local event. Your favorite local event in town. What's your favorite event that takes place every year? You got a favorite local event?
Yeah, Kansas City Pride Festival was very near and dear to us. We
We're
sell
very
Jello
involved.
shots out there. I twist balloons out there. We decorate with balloons out there. All of our friends perform out there. So
we really get involved with that.
we
one.
really get
It's very
involved with that
important
one.
to us.
When's Pride? When was it? Was already happening.
June.
Well, it's June, and that's what's also funny about it. My birthday's June 3rd, and it always frickin' falls right on Pride weekend.
Yeah,
so I get
so we
I get
work.
the biggest party thrown for me every year for my birthday. Really.
You keep dreaming. It's your party, right? 1 point. Here we go. Your favorite bar. Favorite bar.
We had to go with Missy B's.
Missy B's.
Yeah,
That's what I
where
thought you were
it's
gonna
where
say.
we perform at.
I mean, I don't think anyone would argue with that. It's a damn fun time. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, really cool. Like, you get everything there, and it's not just for gay people. It's literally everybody.
Everybody has a good
So-
time.
So, but since are you like a regular, like once a week you can go see you at Missy B's?
We were for a long time. Astro was, and now that Astro and Kissy are coming back, we're about every other week now. So you can follow us. We'll talk about that soon. But
We always
about every
post,
other week,
so-
about twice a month now. You can check us out there.
Very nice. All right, here we go. This is more of a regional question. Pop or soda?
I say soda.
I say soda
I used
too.
to say pop, but-
only because our company is pop, so we don't say that unless we're
that's a good point.
Because
Yes.
pop to us is something totally different than that, right?
we actually call it nectar of the gods.
Very nice. Okay. All right. You get 2 points for that. Here we go. More streetcar? Well, how do you feel about the streetcar?
I like it. I think it's cool, although we haven't even rode it yet.
Yeah, we're really.
I'm like, yeah, it's so freaking cool.
But you know
we
what?
should probably try it sometime.
If it brings joy to the city and it's also helping people get around and about, I think that it's a very useful thing.
I
to
say that
have.
we look to other cities as cool cities when they have cool transportation things. So why not make Kansas City look cool to other cities? That's
Okay.
what I say about it.
So then let's my next question kind of goes along with that, because in your mind, what is Kansas City like missing? You know, there are plenty of cool cities out there, and they're always adding new stuff and everything. We got the streetcar now. That's something that was probably a really long time coming, you know. But so, like, what in your mind is like Kansas City missing? Like, what do we need?
I don't think we're missing that much. We talk about this all the time, how proud Kansas Cityans we are, because we travel a little bit and we go to other cities, and they've got bigger draws as far as like some cool thing to go to, some landmark of a thing, but here in Kansas City, what's really neat about it is the way that the arts and the architecture and all that blend together, and the way that there's people here like just raising families and just kind of this, it's not the simple life, I guess, but you know, I don't know. I feel like we're not lacking anything because we do have leading arts, and we do have the Royals who've won now. I mean, we've got some good sports teams, give or take the year we're talking about.
Right. We just got eliminated the other day.
right. But you know, Kaufman Performing Arts Center put us on the map. Things like that. Kansas Speedway, you know, I'm not even a NASCAR person. I feel like Kansas City has a lot of stuff that is bringing a lot of attention to ourselves, you know. We're getting ready to maybe have this Amazon thing, you know. We're bringing jobs here and stuff. So I don't think we're lacking that much. I think that we're a growing city for all the right reasons.
Are you happy it's growing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially in the
now,
business
parking kind of sucks because we have off-street parking, and that is
we lived in Westport for a long time, and
y'all need to learn how to parallel park.
It's funny because the people from Westport complain about the suburb driving and vice versa. So, you know, what can you do?
Got it. I think I kind of already know the answer to this one. This could kind of go along with some of the other questions, but your favorite place to hang out? Do you got like a favorite like local hangout?
Home.
Yes.
What's so funny is
that makes sense.
What's so funny is we tell people this all the time. Oh, aren't you guys gonna come out to our party? Aren't you guys gonna come do that? This sounds like a really shitty thing to say, but it's like, well, if I'm not being paid to go hang out at that event, because I get paid to go hang out at events. So whenever I'm not being paid to go hang out around a million people, I want to not hang around a million people.
Now I will say one of where Astro got his beginning, and where a lot of our entertainer friends and where we all started, if we really want a low-key night, it's Sidekicks. Like, just a really nice, you can just sit and just not have people in your face the whole night. Not that we don't like that, we love everyone, but it really is nice just to go out every now and then and just kind of, I just want to sit around.
Right, when we're not being paid to entertain, we are not really the entertainment hangout type.
I think that makes sense, though, because you've got to be just like on stage, and you're going, and then you get done, you're exhausted, and just like, I don't want to hang out.
Right, and it's awful because I love kids, and I love entertaining kids, and then it's like, but at the end of the day, it's like I used to love going to Worlds of Fun so much, but now Worlds of Fun's only filled with kids, and so I'm like, well, I don't want to go hang out at the one thing that I just got through doing. People say, what could be better than having kids? Time and money and sleep and
everything.
That's why I just love entertaining them and giving them back, shaking them up full of sugar and giving them back.
Spend a couple hours with them, like, see you later.
Yeah,
have fun,
we
Mom.
all wound up. Yeah, here you go.
All right, so you mentioned World of Fun. Pick one that you had to go to. If you had to choose between Worlds of Fun, the zoo, or Schlitterbahn, where are you going?
That's tricky because we go to the zoo a lot and we try to go to Worlds of Fun.
We have passes to both.
We have passes to both. Schlitterbahn, I'm really not that impressed with. Sorry, Schlitterbahn. But that's hard to say. Depends on the time of the year. I mean, if I want to go swimming, it's Worlds of Fun, Oceans of Fun. But we actually go to the zoo just to let's go get some chicken fingers at the Penguin Plaza.
Wait, no.
We go up to the zoo just to get lunch, right?
You go to the zoo just to get lunch?
Yeah, to go watch the sea lion show and go watch the penguins.
Oh, the sea lions are my favorite.
I love fish tanks, and the penguin exhibit's like a giant fish tank. So we're hungry. We're over by Meyer Boulevard. Let's just go swing into the zoo and grab some chicken fingers and watch the penguins for lunch.
That's fun.
So that's one of our hangout spots. That answers both questions. There you go.
Fun.
That's okay. Whatever. No,
see,
you don't
we're
go
bored.
to the zoo for chicken or whatever. All right, I'm giving you 5 points for that because that's a one-of-a-kind answer. If I've ever heard one. Here we go. I got the next question. Peyton, this one's more for you. Do clowns have souls?
Yes.
Okay, I have a follow-up question. Is Bozo the Clown's face makeup copyrighted? No one else can do Bozo's makeup? Are you on the level where if somebody did your makeup, you could sue him?
I'm not on that level, no.
But is that true?
I don't know how true that is. I never really got into it in that detail, but I almost could say that because I know whenever I sat through clown classes when I was younger, the big thing was that, use other people's faces as inspiration, but just like a thumbprint, every clown's face is supposed to be different.
Right.
So
what sets you apart?
that I try to do a nice face and as light as possible. Is mostly just a little white and a red nose.
You open up your eyes really well.
I just try to open my eyes up.
That's how I designed my face. It's we look like we're a couple. I'm not a clown,
I usually don't wear the traditional clown clothes. Astro usually.
Well, right, you're wearing assless chaps.
Well, not even just that, but even just like like a Hawaiian shirt and some polka dot pants. Something that looks kind of normal, but not.
He looks like a tourist.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, like my grandma sewed my costume together, which is like a lot of clowns look like. They just went to Hobby Lobby and got some random...
Got some needle and thread.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's the scary clowns, not it. That's what I'm trying to tell people.
All right, I got one more question left here. You've done really well. You're already at 36 points.
Whoa.
I know. You're doing very well.
That didn't sound like those added up to that, but sure, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, I'm keeping points. People, you can go on the leaderboard online. You can look at the leaderboard online. That obviously exists.
Totally.
Here you go. Are boneless wings just chicken nuggets?
Oh, that's really...
Well, what's funny is you say that.
Both.
He loves them, and buffalo sauce, that orange stuff, I think it smells like Agent Orange. I can't stand it to even be cooked in my household.
I love it. Anytime Tim comes over, our other guy, the acrobat...
They cook wings on purpose.
We do it on purpose because we're allowed to have wings if he comes over. So I like bone in. Sometimes I like to be a carnage.
But to answer your question... I eat popcorn chicken, and I guess that's wings without sauce. So yes,
right.
they're a glorified chicken nugget. Yes.
Okay, perfect. 2 points. Darren, I actually have another question for you. Darren, what should my drag name be?
Oh,
Darren just took a step back, I've never been asked this question before.
You've never named anybody but yourself.
Do you got any ideas? He's okay. I'm gonna describe what you're doing right now. He's
I'm
looking me over,
and
he's reading me.
I am reading you.
What do you think?
Oh gosh, that's right. You have a pony on your shirt.
Well, yeah, I'm wearing a wrestling group T-shirt today.
And your name's Cole.
And my name's Cole. What do you got? There's a lot of points on the line here.
God, I know. I'm even trying to help you on this one. We're not good at naming. We usually take forever to name things.
And the pony has Chucks on, so I'm gonna say Nikki Chucks.
Nikki Chucks?
Hey, why not?
Actually, that's kind of cute.
That's not bad. Nikki Chucks,
because Nicole would be your real, but you just go by Nikki.
Right. Okay. So Nicole Chucks.
Chucks.
Nikki Chucks. So then, would Chucks be like CHUX?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Nikki Chucks.
Nikki Chucks.
I like it. I'm gonna give you 7 points for that. Okay. Final. Last question here. This is the Google challenge. Okay, the Google challenge. Here's what I have done. I went to the Google machine and I typed in some words and let Google autofill.
Oh.
Okay, so I typed in balloons are
blank. Basic. Let's see. Here.
So what did Google autofill there? So balloons are. Think about it. You have to think strategically. What are people Googling? What is balloons are...
Balloons are expensive.
That's what everybody seems to want to say to us.
Yeah.
Can I get...
With the work you're doing,
right. Can I do... I want to have 5 of my rooms decorated, and I want custom unicorn stuff for my little 3-year-old. I have like $100 budget. Can I get all 5 rooms filled? No. So yeah, but balloons are... fun. I would just say fun. Balloons are fun.
I was going to say that first, but... That was
All right, so you're going with fun?
Yeah.
So when I type it into Google, it says balloons are everywhere. Oh, right. So I didn't expect that at all.
I like that better, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, it kind of makes you feel. It makes me feel very optimistic that the balloons are everywhere.
Unless you are scared of it, the clown, and that's a pretty terrifying statement.
There are also people who are terrified of them popping, and it's really weird. I'm like, hey, get over it.
Oh, that they're terrified of balloons popping?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
That is a huge thing.
Natalie Chavez hated this name drop, but both know who we're talking about. Yes. She can't stand that I do balloons. That sound is like nails on a chalkboard to her. That she has to run out of a room. She can't handle it.
Yeah, I would say more people are afraid of balloons popping than clowns.
You know what? And with that, let me add up your points here. Guys, you're at 50 points. You just maxed out. There we go. Perfect. You are now the only. I think you are like the second guests ever to reach the apex, to reach the max
Whoa.
of the 50 points. Congratulations.
Hey,
Thank you for taking the Casey quiz.
thank you.
That was fun.
I feel like we messed some of this up. If you could have only seen our faces looking at each other, I'm like, what?
All right, we are back here with Peyton and Darren. Gentlemen, we are nearing the end of our time today. This is your time to shine. We know the WBC is coming up. We are going to, on our Facebook page and stuff, and probably on our website as well, we'll have some pictures, and, we'll keep people posted, how the WBC is going. Like, are they going to release video of it?
Oh, there'll be some things eventually.
We're hoping that we can get a live feed if we have friends going.
If you can get a live feed, that would be amazing.
That would be really fun. We're really trying to make sure that people are as excited about it as we are, because it was a big deal for us to get this, and it's just we really, really want people to appreciate it and just make our
industry grow and make Kansas City proud.
So
of us, right?
along with the WBC, you've also got shows that, where can people find information about that? And then we also have to talk about Pop Culture Sculptures, where people can find you there.
Yeah, you can look us up Facebook or popculturesculptures.com. We're on Instagram, Pop Culture Sculptures. If you want to look us up for the show stuff, you can check out Missy B's page. They kind of say who's in the shows that night, but we're doing a better job of letting us know.
Which show would they be looking for? Like, what's it called?
We're in 3 different ones. We get booked on different nights of the week,
right.
so it depends.
It just depends. So
if you follow us on Pop Culture Sculptures or like Kissy Lee KC.
Kissy Lee KC has her own Instagram.
But it's so brand new. We need followers.
Do not
for her.
judge me yet. I'm so
brand new.
I don't understand technology, and Tim is helping me understand Instagram. I just do Facebook.
The acrobat knows Instagram.
Yes,
right.
He's young.
Right. We technically fall into that millennial category, but we are not. We are old.
All right, so popculturesculptures.com.
On Facebook, on Instagram.
Kissy Lee's got her own Instagram now that you need to go follow.
And the last name's Lee.
Lee. Okay, where else? Any other spots we should check you out on?
That's mostly what we try to keep track on. You can come see me twisting out at Los Cabos on the weekends, Fridays and Saturday nights too. We do balloons for your kids and families out there.
Every now and then we are finagling into Hamburger Mary's a little bit, so you might see us there every now and then.
Very nice.
All that good stuff.
All right, and of course, folks, you can find me at Cole Lindbergh on Twitter. Make sure to check out our website, theKansasCityPodcast.com, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Kansas City Pod. We've got, I say this every week, we've got plenty more guests coming up in the coming weeks. Thank you so much for continuing to share the show, reviewing the show. We've got some interesting reviews the last couple weeks. There's some people out there, and I don't know what you think about this, some guys out there that do not like my voice. They're not a fan of my voice.
You have a unique voice.
I have a very unique voice.
You honed that voice at those Worlds of Fun days that we knew each other from.
And the funny part about it is, like, people think that this is like not like I'm faking it. Like, this isn't my real.
Like your clown voice or
like
something.
This is like, but like this is my actual voice.
No,
like,
I've known Cole for a long
it.
time. This is what he sounds like. I have one of those voices too. I once back at our Worlds of Fun days somebody told me I sound like I am always having a piece of hard candy stuck in the back of my mouth. I'm like, I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or what, but I'll just go with it.
Jolly Rancher out of there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but no, the reviews have been interesting the last couple of weeks. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh my God, now I'm nervous. Like, what are they going to say about us?
No, you guys are fine. It's me. Like, I'm the problem. So, no, but thank you, folks. Thank you again for sharing the show. And Peyton, Darren, do you have anything else you want to say before we end the show today? Anything else? Any words of wisdom?
You know what? We're just going to want to say, we can't use this as our tagline, but if you want to remember us, this is how you can remember it. Our friend who had a balloon drop recently got our new catchphrase that we always tell ourselves in my brain. Y'all ready for some motherfucking balloons? Because balloons are going to bring some excitement in everybody's lives real soon, I promise.
And also, keep being creative, because you can go a long way and you can really follow your dreams and you can make it like we have, and we're going to continue to do that. So don't give up.
Fantastic. Gentlemen, thank you much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.